usually the trap that apparel brands get caught in as they scale their ad spend is Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Grow CFO podcast, where we dive deep into conversations about scaling a profitable D2C brand. I'm your host, Jon Blair, founder of Grow CFO. We are the go-to outsourced finance and accounting firm for 8- and 9-figure D2C brands. Hey everyone, welcome back to another mini episode of the Grow CFO podcast, where I break down one key concept that will help your D2C brand increase profit and cash flow as you scale. Today, we're going to talk about the step-by-step process for winning at scaling a D2C apparel brand. So at Grow CFO, we have something proprietary, something unique to our CFO service, which is what we call our free to grow growth marketing playbook. We break down every brand we work with into one of 3 games. And one of those games is the apparel game. What is the apparel game? It's characterized by usually high SKU count, because when you take into account all of the different styles and variants and colors and sizes and whatnot, it's usually a high SKU count store. Significant LTV, but there's not enough LTV realized fast enough within a 3 to 6 month period to typically allow a brand to lose heavily on new customer acquisition. That's what differentiates the apparel game from the subscription game. The high LTV subscription game has significant LTV as well, but it is realized quickly enough over the first 3 to 6 months of acquiring a customer that you can more aggressively lose money on new customers. In the apparel game, there's a longer tail to that LTV. There is significant repeat purchase, but it's usually over a 12-month, 24-month, 36-month period. And so because of that, you can't lose as much on new customer acquisition. So step 1 of the apparel game is to recognize that you need to be about break even on new customer acquisition. I always say break even-ish. What exactly does that mean? Generally, a brand that's been around for long enough and has enough layers of repeat purchase from, customers that they've acquired, cohorts they've acquired over the last 2, 3, 4 years, can lose a little bit on new customer acquisition. But more or less, it's got to be break even-ish. So you break even-ish on new customers, and all of your contribution margin every month comes from repeat purchase, returning customers coming back to buy what? New styles, new SKUs, new product drops. So this game is characterized by breaking even on new customer acquisition, but then launching new products that are successfully dropped and launched at the right time and successfully sold into your existing customer base. This is what drives all of your contribution margin coming from returning customer sales. Now, here's the thing. There's a scaling risk that comes into play with this, which is what? Usually the trap that apparel brands get caught in as they scale their ad spend is inventory, overstocked inventory positions. If you're reliant on driving all of your contribution margin through selling new product drops to existing customers, that means you run the risk of overstocked inventory positions. So you need to manage your inventory purchasing process closely, keeping an eye on seasonal obsolescent risk, meaning an example is exiting out of the winter and having too much winter inventory still in stock. You're not going to be able to liquidate that in the spring and the summer. You're going to have to wait until the same time next year. So you really want to keep a keen eye on seasonal obsolescence risk of specific SKUs. You want to be consistently clearing out slow-moving inventory and reallocating that capital to the next more seasonally relevant product launch. Also, as a part of this game is considering strategic sales channel expansion into physical retail when and where it makes sense. But you need to be ready to financially model how the P&L and the balance sheet are going to be impacted by shifts in your margin structure and your cash conversion cycle that come along with expanding into physical retail. At the end of the day, this game is all about breaking even-ish on new customers, driving returning customer sales through product drops, and keeping your inventory under control. Here's the thing. If you don't have a CFO on your team and you're playing the apparel game, I highly recommend getting one on the team. A really good D2C CFO can help you do things like model out new product drops, keep an eye on your inventory efficiency, model out strategic sales channel expansion, and really help you place the best risk-adjusted bets when it comes to financing inventory purchases. So if you're scaling an apparel brand, here's a quick and easy playbook to follow. If you're interested in learning more about how Free to Grow CFO can help you run this playbook, check us out at freetogrowcfo.com. Don't forget, if you like today's episode, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a review. It helps us reach more people like you. Also, if you want daily tips on scaling a profitable D2C brand, follow me, Jon Blair, on LinkedIn. And if you're interested in learning more about how Free to Grow CFO can help your brand increase profit and cash flow as you scale, check us out at freetogrowcfo.com.